And we are live on YouTube. Hello, world. Happy Friday and welcome to New Ambassadors Theater Lab 38. My name is David Adam Gill. I am the Artistic Director for New Ambassadors, and we have quite a great lineup of new work in development. Tonight's lab is being hosted by company member and executive board member Todd Butera. And take it away, Todd. And unmute, because that'll help you host it.
I was on mute. Now I am not. Welcome, everybody, to the New Ambassadors Theater Lab. New, I like to use the wet U. It sets us apart from everybody else. We're new ambassadors. We are a 501c3 company based in New York City. We are nonprofit. That means that your donation can be tax deductible. Every little bit helps. Right now, we are raising money for our for the upcoming film show, which will be different. Something
Blurring Boundaries.
Blurring Boundaries, and you can donate. There is a link. So Ben Dworkin and Molly will be on the links for YouTube, also for Zoom. So please look at that if you would like to donate. The link will be put up there so that you can see that. Our lab is a series of works that are new, works that are in progress, and we are reading them, and we're going to have a little bit of a feedback session afterwards. Look out for moments that pop. That's what we usually look for, which are popcorn moments. You can comment, again, links in Zoom, in YouTube. You can comment on Google. Those are all the links where, and our playwrights do appreciate the feedback. We also appreciate things that you love, actors that you love, any moments that you're like, wow, that was great. Please let us know. This is all really, really helpful. So yeah, that's our in the moment reactions to the chats. Let's see what else. If you'd like to be involved in any future labs, whether it be as an actor, as a playwright, maybe you just want to volunteer and help out. Also, there are links for that. There's a doodle you can fill out, and there's forms, and there's also a feedback link. And please use that. That should also be posted as well. Correct, David?
Yeah, so Todd, we do the doodle feedback form will be posted before and after each of the pieces, and anyone on Zoom, anyone on YouTube can click on that link, and all the playwrights are listed with their works, and all the questions that we're asking are asked on that form. Also, the way to get more information about New Ambassadors is to subscribe to our newsletter, which is bi-weekly. Every 2 weeks, a newsletter goes out. It has doodles to sign up for acting, doodles to sign up for writing. It gives you a lot of information about what we are up to, including the new Blurring Boundaries this year, which is going to be kind of a hybrid. We're going to be shooting it on stage in a live theater, but we're going to be, because we can't have an audience, we're going to be releasing it as a stream festival.
And there was the newsletter link that just went up. So if everyone sees that.
Thank you so much. All right, I'm gonna let you go.
There you are. So as I said, every playwright is going to have 25 minutes. That is 25 minutes from when we start to when we finish, and that's including the reading and the talk back. We're going to ask every playwright if there's anything that they would like from us, anything in particular they would like us to pay attention to. And I think that's about it, I would say, and away we go. So we are going to start out this evening with That Teleport Play by Aaron Mohan. Aaron, I'm gonna let you introduce your actors and everything, and just let us know if there's anything that we should pay attention to, anything you'd like us to listen for, anything like that.
Awesome. Thanks so much, Todd. Yay. That Teleport Play, I'm going to give a summary, and I'm going to introduce the actors who are some of my favorite people in the world. And yes, that includes my stage directions reader, because they are all amazing humans. So like literally everyone on this call is some of my favorite people in the world. So That Teleport Play is, we're hearing the very end of the play. I finally finished it. So I'm trying to summarize 78 pages real fast. So Lee, played by this phenomenal Maya Rosewood, and Gemma, played by the exuberant and amazing Mandy Murphy, are working in an underground bunker lab situation that's kind of in a lockdown, like clean room. And while they're there doing their stuff, my power is about to go out. Mom, can you hand me the charger? My mom is here. In teleports, Lisbeth. Teleporting in, the other one, is something that happens quite regularly to them. And this is, fun times. And something that happens regularly to them, except Lisbeth claims to be from the future and that she is here to save the world from whatever is happening in their lab. And she is played by the amazing, phenomenal, I love her so much, Ruthie Rado. And during the course of that, Lee and Gemma try to interrogate her. They don't believe her. A thing called, there's a technovore, which is something that eats technology that's released in the lab. And it turns out that Lisbeth is actually a technovore and she's come to steal those things. And she has used her technovore finger guns. This is not a cheap prop, it's fun. Finger guns, and has shot Lee. And now she's threatening to shoot Gemma if Gemma doesn't let her out of the lab, because Gemma is the only one who knows how to get out. I think I summarized everything. In terms of what I'd like the audience to listen for, does it feel like the play has an ending? Does it make a whole lot of sense? It's very weird, so go with the weird. And that teleport play is the title. Is there something you'd rather have? And then also popcorn moments and any of your feelings. And on stage directions is David Michael Kirby, who is like superstar stage directions. Right. And take it away, beautiful and lovely humans.
Here we go, everyone. That teleport play.
That teleport play by Erin Mohan.
Good friend, well, colleague, according to her, but I consider her a friend, so.
Whatever, just open the.
I'm not helping.
Lisbeth puts up her finger guns again.
Last warning.
Shoot.
Lisbeth gets ready to fire. Gemma closes her eyes. The sound of a shot. Gemma opens her eyes. Lisbeth falls over, dead. Lee stands up.
Lee!
Gemma rushes to Lee and hugs her tightly.
Oh, I was just, ow.
Gemma releases Lee.
But she shot you in the head.
And it hurt. Oh.
But how can... Did she miss?
Gemma.
No.
Yes.
This is like that movie. That one that's based on that short story that author sued about.
Sure.
That makes you.
Lee injects Gemma with something. Gemma slumps over.
It's going to be...
Gemma can barely pick her head up.
What did you...
I'm just making sure it happens how it's supposed to.
But if you...
It's really complicated and you're pretty drugged up, so I wouldn't.
No, there. Antidote. Undo.
Undo. Really?
Shut up. You're the one who drugged.
Lightly, just barely drugged. Actually, you should be knocked out.
Yeah. Metabolism.
Really?
Yeah, drugs are, this isn't the point.
Well, if you just pass out like you're supposed to.
Why?
No.
That wasn't my...
I know it wasn't a yes or no question. Sorry. You're just talking really slowly and it's pretty annoying. I'm just choosing not to acknowledge.
There's an unearthly sound followed by a loud crash.
What?
I disabled.
And...
Lisbeth runs in and looks around, confused, almost like a hunted animal. She should look like she did at the beginning of the play, that is to say, not dead. Lee and Gemma pause, stare at each other, and then at Lisbeth.
What the hell?
I'm here from the... Oh, fuck.
Lisbeth notices her dead body on the floor. Do what you need to do. I would not recommend cloning an actor, especially since the audience doesn't need to see the corpse and Lisbeth at the same time.
Who the hell are you?
I'm... shit. She was already here.
As Lee and Lisbeth are talking, Gemma goes to a drawer and quietly starts looking for something. It is hard. She's pretty drugged up. It will take her the length of the conversation.
She?
I mean, technically she is me, but not me,
Not even a little bit.
How? Clone? We're clones?
Ah.
Yeah, but she wasn't supposed to come here and certainly wasn't supposed to. Wait,
Lisbeth goes up to Lee.
What are you doing?
Did she shoot you in the head?
How did you
The bullet, custom made.
really?
What?
Well, that seems a little bit much.
It's a pride thing and performance.
Okay.
So do we
What?
fight now?
Why would we fight?
Because you killed my clone? Or one of the clones? I don't really know who the original is anymore. That's what you get for shared memories.
How do you know?
It clearly wasn't.
Lisbeth gestures to Gemma. Gemma hides what she found. She's rigid for a moment, then attempts to stand. It does not go well for her as she meets her old friend at the ground again.
Point taken.
I'm normally nope, not yet. Lee, I don't even know what the weapon.
Lee and Lisbeth turn away from Gemma. Gemma waits a moment and then pulls out what she found.
Definitely not her.
So back to us fighting.
Yes, I have to avenge or something.
You sound so committed.
And you're standing in my way.
Your way of doing what?
Destroying this place.
How do you know I'm not here to destroy this place?
Are you?
No, but you didn't know that.
So we battle.
Is this a video game?
What do you call it?
Nothing. This whole exchange isn't worth my time.
Lee points their finger gun at Lisbeth. Gemma sees this and turns away as if to not see it, but really she's injecting herself with what she found in the drawer. Lee fires. Lisbeth is hit in the heart.
What? That's two?
Lee shoots again. Lisbeth falls over dead.
I don't like wasting time. Speaking of,
Gemma stands straight up as the shot takes effect.
Oh my, ow! Lord, that was
okay, your metabolism is not that good.
nanites.
What?
Tiny little robots.
Yeah, I know what nanites are. Everyone knows it was. Oh, what the hell did you do?
Counteracted whatever you gave me.
No, this is how it starts.
Wait, what?
The whole reason I came back was to prevent this. You, the nanites. When did you make those?
I brought them with me, worked them at night. You know I can't sleep. This starts it all?
Yes. Where do you think the technovores evolved from?
From me?
Well, yeah, I guess. I mean, I knew it was from something in this lab, but I didn't think it was.
There's an unearthly sound followed by a loud crash.
For fuck's sake.
In runs Lisbeth, looking around, confused, almost like a hunted animal. She should look like she did at the beginning of the play, that is to say, not dead. Lee and Gemma look completely nonplussed.
Help me! You have to!
She sees the two dead bodies.
Oh, for fuck's sake.
And that's what I said.
Can't anyone get anything right?
I guess not.
I take it that you
I hate that your clones keep dismissing me.
clones?
What should I have said?
It wasn't the words, it was the tone.
What tone should I take with someone who just blatantly dismissed me?
As a murderer? Dismissed you as a murderer. And I might not be the clone.
Seriously? How do you know that?
You try keeping track.
How many of them are you?
More than 100.
Oh, wow.
Okay, not to break this up, but
Oh yeah.
Lisbeth pulls out her finger gun and points it at Lee. Lee points their finger gun at Lisbeth. Gemma just looks a mix of fear and exasperation, leaning more on exasperation, and a little bit of fear about what she just injected herself with. Because come on, girl, don't experiment on yourself.
look, this isn't getting us anywhere.
Revenge!
Can you listen for a second?
Sorry, I got caught up in the moment.
Clearly.
Why am I holding on?
She just injected herself.
What?
She just...
I heard you. What did you do?
Lee injected me with I don't know what. I was just trying to protect myself.
Inject yourself with untested technology?
Well, when you say it like that,
First rule of science.
we are to admit no more causes of natural things than such are both true and sufficient to explain their appearances.
What? No, the real first rule.
I think Newton thought his rules were.
You don't experiment on yourself.
Oh, that one.
Dumb.
I'm not dumb.
Thoughtless?
I'm very.
Lee fires their finger gun in the air. Elizabeth and Gemma look at them.
As rousing as this, whatever this is, we have a larger problem. Namely, the origin of the technovores is happening right now.
Oh, yeah.
So, I guess we know what we have to do.
Both Lisbeth and Lee turn their finger guns on Gemma.
No, you don't have to kill me.
What do you suggest?
Aren't you a technovore? Wouldn't this end your existence?
Or make me the first technovore?
That doesn't track. How would that work?
I mean, I'm staring at two corpses of myself. I think sense isn't really a thing anymore. I'm just going with it.
Okay, dead end. Lee. We're friends.
You're an assignment.
Ouch.
Yeah, that's really cold. And that's taking into account that you're about to kill her.
Oh, shut up. No one asked you.
We don't know that I'm going to turn. I could just.
Lee shoots Gemma in the head. Gemma falls down.
Whoa.
We'll see you soon enough.
What do you mean?
Well, if she stays down, I'm not too late. If she doesn't,
You just murdered your friend?
best friend.
Heavy.
Yeah,
So how long do we...
it shouldn't be that long.
Okay, do you want me to hang around or...
Why did 3 clones cross timelines?
I don't know. They didn't put me in charge. I just go where they tell me.
That doesn't seem like much of a life.
Eh, more than most.
True.
So,
There's a long moment of silence. They look around. They look at each other. They wait for Gemma to do something. It feels really long.
so I guess she's...
yeah. Looks like I acted in time.
So, do you think you could get the teleport back online?
Why did you need the data?
What?
The data about the nanites. I assume that's why you're here.
Oh, yeah, that. I didn't ask. I just go where they tell me.
That seems a little...
It's a job. Do enough and then I don't do them anymore.
Or
Or
you might be the reason.
what?
The data. If it wasn't Gemma, it was...
Lee shoots Lisbeth in the leg.
What the hell?
You said it was going to be you. That's why you wanted to kill...
I was just talking out my ass.
Lee shoots Lisbeth in the other leg.
Again? Really?
Sorry.
You should be. I may be a technovore, but I still feel pain.
No, sorry, I missed.
What the?
Lee shoots Lisbeth in the head. These bodies are piling up. Note, there's a lot of stuff in the lab, so we don't need to see all of the bodies. Unless you have the budget for that, then you do you.
Okay, now that that's taken care of, getting out of here.
Lee goes through everything in the lab. This is going to take some time. There's a lot of stuff everywhere.
Or, I should have keyed to get out of here, or...
Lee keeps looking around. Nothing.
Damn it.
Lee goes back to searching for things to help them. As they do, Gemma slowly gets up. There's something off about her head.
You shot me.
Holy crap! You scared me.
You shot me!
And clearly it didn't work.
You shot me, and you're concerned about your aim?
It wasn't the aim, it was the efficacy of the shot.
You're missing the point.
I shot you. I heard you all 3 times.
Lee looks around. They do not look up at Gemma until noted.
What are you doing now?
Trying to find something more effective in killing you.
What? I'm not a technovore!
Your eye.
What about...
Look at it.
Gemma does. It is now a bionic eye.
I'm surprised you're not freaking out more.
It's more of an internal freak out.
Convenient.
No, not really.
So you understand.
What?
That I have to.
Lee pulls out a super fancy weapon and points it at Gemma. Yes, Lee is looking at Gemma now. Consider it noted. Gemma slowly advances towards Lee in a friendly manner, if one can advance in a friendly manner while also being threatened and turning into a technovore.
Lee, can we talk about this?
Can't reason with a technovore.
But I'm not.
You are.
I'm Gemma.
No.
I'm Gemma, and you're Lee.
No.
I'm Gemma, you're Lee. You know it's true.
Gemma's very close to Lee. She pushes the weapon away.
Stop.
Lee.
You're not Gemma.
Lee.
Stop.
Gemma puts her arm around Lee's waist.
Lee.
Stop. No.
We've been together a long time.
You're not.
I am.
You're.
Gemma kisses Lee. Lee resists at first, then leans in. It lasts a while, but not too long. However, suddenly Lee pulls away.
What did you do?
Didn't you want... You were giving Gemma signals all this time.
I was right.
Well, yeah.
What did you do to me?
Improved you.
What?
Well, I mean, not to my level. I mean, someone has to be in charge of this whole new
Abomination.
species.
Invasion.
Is it? I guess it is. And you're a part of it right from the beginning.
No.
You don't have much choice.
I'll fight it.
Yes, that's true. I mean, you won't win, but sure, fight it.
Gemma goes over to where the bodies are.
What are you doing?
Looking at my future work. Is that too weird? I'm still figuring out how they work and how they could mess it up so badly. Maybe I'll just use it for scrap.
Those are Lisbeth's.
And you killed them.
To protect the world from...
Me. Too late.
I will...
No, you won't. I have enough material here to be the mother to a whole new world, and you will be my partner.
No.
Okay, not partner, first child. It's really an honor. I chose you, special.
Liar.
Yeah. You were just here. But you'll come around. I'll wait.
Gemma sits down. Lee doubles over.
Never.
Lee collapses.
As I said, I'll wait.
Gemma starts looking over the data on the computer.
This looks promising.
Gemma continues looking through the data, absorbing it. As she does, Lee begins to stir a little. Gemma looks over and smiles. She pushes a series of buttons. The door to the outside opens. Blackout. End of play.
Yay! Thank you very much. Applause, everybody. We've got about like...
You guys are amazing.
We have like about 5 minutes, so I want to jump right in if I can. So now the thing that Aaron really wanted to know, and I, what does it seem to have an ending? I, for one thing, yes, absolutely, and a terrific one at that. How did everyone feel? Anyone?
I love it. I think it's great, and I love that it continues to twist until the end, and yet it still feels resolved. You know what I mean? They literally are playing hot potato with the Technovore.
Yeah, I think it's very, very clever. Anyone else?
Like, I like that it was definitely like a pretzel. It was a twist and another twist and another twist. I'm like, whoa, what is happening? But then it was also easy to follow, even though there were a lot of different twists. I could still understand what was happening. So that was very successful, I thought.
Anyone else?
Yeah. Again, I agree with all the twists and everything. I really like the ending. I love that the comedy goes up to the moment where it gets serious, like right up to that edge. And then after the serious moment, the comedy comes back, and it's just really high paced and funny and shocking and surprising. So all those elements, I really thought it was compelling, and I enjoyed it very much.
Very invasion of the body snatchers, only a comic version. Yes, Mandy.
I also just realized that it has to be Gemma, because Gemma's the only one who knows the way out and all of the stuff. So it makes sense that it's her in the end. I see you, Aaron. I see you. It's good.
Moving on. How about the title? I think. Oh, I'm sorry. Go ahead. Go ahead, Maya.
I was just going to say, my only regret is that if this is fully staged, the audience won't be able to read all the amazing stage directions.
Aaron always has clever stage directions like that. It's always fun to read her stage directions. Moving on, I think the title does work. I don't know what else you would call it. I think it's hysterical that it's that teleport play. I like it. Anyone?
Yeah, I think it's a great title. I think it's like as cheeky as the play itself, so it makes total sense.
I also love that it sounds like teleplay, which is a fun little play on words. I don't know. I like it.
How about popcorn moments? Anything that what popped? What worked for you? I mean, a lot of it did, but give me a moment.
I really love Ruthie. I'm not super familiar with your work. I thought you were kooky. I love your glasses. And I just felt like just from the start, because I know you started it. I also felt that from everybody that was in acting, but I'm more familiar with Mandy and Maya. And I just thought it was really easy to see, especially over Zoom, that this is working, and you could see how it would translate to the stage. So my popcorn is 3 amazing actors. And the flip at the end was a really good contrast of characters as well. I love that. And just also to mention Maya's acting, I felt also that you had this very, like, I could just see it. You guys did a really good painting it, and you had this I felt like Mad Max energy, Maya, and I was like, this is cool, really easy to convey in Zoom and then onto stage. My popcorn moments was acting.
Yay. Go ahead. Yes, Mandy.
The whole Weekend at Bernie's thing. It's so hard, I tried, but I just can see it so clearly from the moment, and it's so funny when you get an incredible physical actor who's gonna be able to do that over the stage. So funny.
Yeah, I think there's gonna be a lot of Lotsie in this, which will be fun too, like harkening to Commedia. Were there any moments when anyone dropped out? I did not. Anyone?
No, I wanted to add another popcorn moment, and it's having had the pleasure of directing one of Erin's plays and with Mandy in it, and almost directing the next one, except COVID hit. She has a real great sense of slapstick, physical comedy, things that might not work with the genre, but just do because she just shoves it in, and it heightens everything. It's so much fun. And again, you have some great physical actors who come in and do this, and it's just going to be a hit. It's going to be very enjoyable because there's the language and then there's the physical comedy. It's a really great balance.
Great. So, any moments where anyone dropped out? I don't think so. I mean, I didn't. I think that's the general consensus, right? No,
I dropped out when they said lights out.
Good. Now, is there anything we would like to see developed further? What do we think? Any of the relationships, anything that you think would be interesting to explore? I mean, I think it's pretty clear, but you guys tell me. Anyone?
Mostly, I just want to see special effects. I want to see that digital background, and I want to see it go to town.
Yeah.
That's true. Love to see the physicality of it too, which I think will make it. I really feel that this Up on Its Feet will be like the audience will be. You're gonna have a hard time hearing the lines because I think it's gonna be that funny, which is a terrific compliment. Anytime you have a play that is so funny like that you have a hard time hearing people and you almost have to pause. I think that kudos to you. It's great work. I really enjoyed it.
And for
Anything
some
else?
reason, I have to say this. I keep hearing Star Trek sound effects all the way through. I really do.
Yeah, very true. If that's good, everyone. Oh yes, Mandy. Yes.
I was just thinking about it, talking about, it being Gemma and that point, like if the Technovore has a little purpose or has like a final destination, the one beat where Technovore Gemma comes on to Lee and says, like, you were giving me signs. I wonder if there are a lot of nuggets to see that incorporated, if Gemma's really been actually secretly in love with Lee the whole time, and if there were good beats earlier maybe in another draft, that would be yummy. Just think about that.
That would be fun.
Mm.
Yeah, I the only thing I want to say is that, and I don't even know where this would fit in the comments, is that there was something in this end and this back and forth in the Technovore thing that I was getting memories of Ex Machina, which is one of my favorite films, with artificial intelligence, and I thought that was very well done. It's subtle and hysterical.
The pace also reminds me of Mystery of Irma Vep. Everyone in and out. Do you know what I mean? Like it has that sort of a flavor and that kind of absurd comedy, which I think is so much fun. Great. Well, we're going to move on. Thank you so much. Lovely work, everyone.
Thank you, everybody.
All right. So we're going to move on to Untitled One-Woman Show by Natalie Nekifaro. Natalie?
Yep, here I am.
All righty. And so also let us know when you do introduce your actors and everyone. And I would also, again, pose the same question to you. Is there anything that you want us to pay attention to listen for? Anything you're curious about what the reaction is?
Amazing. Thanks. Robin, you can go ahead and pop your video on and join us. There she is. So yeah, I've been working on this project for a while. I feel like it's one of these weird plays where giving you a lot of background is actually not necessarily helpful. So I think I'm not going to tell you anything. What I will, except for the fact that the last time I presented at New Ambassadors, which was maybe like a month and a half ago, we did a "What Are You Hiding From" part, which was part 1. And so if you were here and you remember that therapist scene, that would be a good thing to sort of like pop your hat on so you can see the relationship between those two things. And I don't think I have anything specifically that I'm looking for this time around. I'm playing and I want to know what draws people in. So let me introduce my fabulous actors who are always playing many parts, the wonderful people they are. Jasmine Spees is playing therapist and ensemble 1. And then I have Robin playing ensemble 2, and David Michael Kirby playing father actor 3. And I have Mandy Murphy on stage directions. So yeah, we'll go ahead and take it away. Thanks so much.
Ready, everybody?
Yeah.
Curtain up.
Untitled One-Woman Show, a full-length play by Natalie Nekifaro. You want me to read all the characters, sweetie?
No, start on page 57 or page 5, whatever you find more easily.
Oh no, there aren't page numbers. Aha! What Are You Hiding From? Part 2. Back in the therapist's office, the couch and chair are set as before. The actress and therapist are already in position as actor 3 pops in to announce.
What are you hiding from?
Actor 2 pops in as well.
Robin, you need to unmute, please.
Pardon?
They both leave.
Hi, Natalie.
The therapist gestures to remind the actress to lie down, and she does.
How are you today?
Well, that depends on your point of view. On the one hand, I feel really good to tell my parents exactly how I felt. On the other, I'm now hyper aware of how every decision I've ever made was to prove my dad wrong.
You're making new discoveries. Sounds like you're in a great place.
If you value being intellectual over being emotional, yes.
What's wrong with being a little intellectual?
All intellectual ever got me was good grades, valedictorian, and getting accepted early admission to Smith College.
Those sound like good things.
Unfortunately, intellect for me usually comes at the expense of everything that matters to me. Again, I blame my dad. He basically taught me that anytime something was emotionally challenging or hard, that I should give up. His relationship with emotions was tenuous at best.
If dancing upsets you so much, maybe you should quit.
He did not understand me at all. He made so many assumptions. He never bothered to find out why I was upset.
That must have been frustrating.
I don't know, maybe.
I'm sensing you're in your head a bit.
The actress speaks to the audience.
No kidding. I pretty much told her that. And then she wanted to tell me it wasn't a bad thing. Now she is finally recognizing that maybe it is.
Can we try something, Natalie?
You're the therapist.
Yes, but you get to decide if you're comfortable with the direction your therapy is going.
She hasn't even told me what she wants me to try. Fine.
Take a deep breath. And another one. Good. Now I want you to really feel your body supported by the couch. As you inhale, notice any tension in your body, and on your exhale, let it go. Again, inhale, notice the tension. Exhale, let it go. How do you feel?
Okay.
Good. So you mentioned that your father had once said,
If dancing,
Dancing
upsets you
so much,
maybe you
maybe you should quit.
right.
I was learning to dance on point, and it was not going well. Bethany, my dance teacher, had given me a little criticism.
Actor 2 appears on stage as Bethany.
You're making too much noise. You have to be graceful, Natalie. You have to be so light on your feet.
I was trying so hard to be quiet.
No, quieter.
But I just couldn't do it.
What happened?
Not much. I might have cried. I finished class, put on my clothes, and then got into my dad's blue 1984 Volvo.
And then what happened?
I don't remember.
It's okay. Whatever you remember, let it go. Take a deep breath.
All I remember is that I started to cry the second I shut the door.
Her father now appears on stage. Perhaps they are now seated like they are in a car.
What's wrong?
Bethany said I was making too much noise in my point shoes. I tried to be quieter, but I couldn't.
Well, you do always sound like an elephant coming down the stairs.
Dad, he didn't take me seriously.
Maybe he was trying to help you take yourself less seriously.
I doubt it.
We're all bad at things that when they're new.
He didn't bother to ask me why that was so upsetting. I started crying more and he said those words.
If dancing upsets you so much, maybe you should quit.
So you didn't get what you wanted from him then. That doesn't mean you can't get what you need now. Why were you so upset?
I really wanted to do what she asked me to do. I tried so hard. It made me feel like a failure. It made me feel like maybe I couldn't be successful as a dancer. I don't think I had even realized that it was my dream yet.
So you were crying because it meant something to you.
As soon as I started crying, it was clear that I had made a huge mistake. I could never cry in front of my dad again.
The waltz of the flowers begins to play, and as it does, we transition into a dream world. The microphone reappears on one side, and periodically we receive commentary from various cast members so we can follow the events being painted by the actress's mind.
The most tumultuous season of my life in 6 minutes and 42 seconds.
The set practically dissolves as the couch and chair magically become part of the movement. At first, it seems idyllic, the perfect unfurling of her life as a dancer.
The life I dreamed of.
Even though she didn't know it was her dream yet.
That summer, my dance teacher, Bethany, wrote me a note.
You mustn't cry. If you do, then I can't give you my critiques and that you need. So you're so talented. This summer, I'm choreographing The Little Princess with every intention of making you my star.
She believed in me.
More excitement.
North Carolina Dance Theater is moving to Charlotte and is having auditions for local kids to be in the Nutcracker.
I was so excited. I called Bethany and asked her to help me.
I'm sorry, my darling. I don't know if you can do the Nutcracker and stay in the company. Of course, you are more than welcome to audition, but
I was so disappointed. I thought she believed in me, but I was nonetheless determined.
The actress dances for her life.
We'd like to cast you as a soldier.
At first, I was excited. I was going to be in a professional production. And then I went to the first meeting. I was the oldest girl cast as a soldier, and all of those girls were younger than me, were in Waltz of the Flowers. Never mind, my school is doing The Wizard of Oz. I'm going to play Dorothy.
The casting list goes up. There are not one, but 2 casts.
A munchkin? How can I be a munchkin? How could I lose a part of Dorothy to 2 people? I'm a 9th grader.
Her mother appears.
don't you worry. I'll speak to Mrs. Guerry.
Mrs. Geary is the chorus teacher.
The ballet continues. A bit later.
Guess what? They forgot to tell you. You are not just a munchkin, but you are going to be the assistant choreographer.
Really?
A moment of joy and excitement.
Miss Jones.
Actor 1 appears as Miss Jones, her school dance teacher.
Hi, I just wanted to come by because Mrs. Geary told me I was going to be your assistant choreographer.
Miss Jones is clearly shocked.
I just wanted to talk to you and see how this is going to work. I have all kinds of ideas and I will help you any way I can.
Oh, right. Well, I'm still working on my ideas, but I'll be sure to let you know.
Mrs. Geary lied, Mom. She lied. When I tried to talk to Ms. Jones, she clearly had no idea what I was talking about.
I'm so sorry. What do you want me to do?
I definitely
What do you want to do?
don't want to be a munchkin. And I don't want to be the assistant choreographer if it wasn't Ms. Jones' idea.
Okay, darling, whatever you want.
Well, I guess I'll be in the Nutcracker. Clearly, theater is not for me.
The Waltz of the Flowers goes into its final fugue. Gradually, the space is restored to the therapist's office. With a final note, the actress lands back on the couch and the therapist is back in their chair.
I guess you could say that's when I got really serious about becoming a professional dancer. Within a couple of weeks, I decided that Bethany's school was no longer for me. I even asked her if she was going to do the Little Princess like she had suggested the previous summer. She made some excuses, which basically added up to no. There was nothing left to stay for.
So several adults you trusted let you down within the span of a few months.
Well, when you put it that way, yes.
That's a lot for a 12-year-old to handle.
I guess. I sort of realized that no one really cared about me or believed in me, so it was up to me.
So what did you do?
I told my parents I wanted to switch dance schools. And they told me I could as long as I did all the research. They drove me to 2 studios so I could decide, and I did.
Your parents had zero input?
Nope. I just had to make sure it didn't cost more than my sisters were spending in swim team. The next semester, I auditioned for a scholarship so I could train more often and started doing work study.
Wow.
What?
I mean, you're so strong. Do you know how strong you are?
I just did what I had to do to protect my heart and my dreams. Nothing more.
You fought for yourself.
I guess I did.
Blackout. End of excerpt.
Great. Thank you. Good job, everybody. Really enjoyed that. All right. So let's start with some popcorn moments. What were the moments that people thought stood out? Something that was very memorable, even like a line, anything like that? Talk to me.
I have one that I wrote down because I thought it was funny, but then I realized that it might not have been funny. But we talked about the last time that some of the moments in this have ring with comedy. When she says, "Again, I blame my dad," like she doesn't take responsibility for anything herself. She's like, "No, I blame my dad again. You know, I'm gonna throw this one his way." So I laughed at that, and then it moved forward. But also the fact that I think that the lack of support from her family wasn't as bad as she thought it was. It just wasn't what she needed or what she thought she needed. And it was so much clearer this time around in terms of the characters learning more about herself, kind of her moment of discovery. So that's another popcorn moment of mine. So well done, Natalie.
Anyone else? Popcorn moments?
I have one.
Oh, go ahead.
Mandy.
Really was a popcorn kernel that popped in my brain and made me start thinking about things, and the way like education in the arts for younger kids and this balance that educators have in like promising roles to keep kids around to make money versus like really, teaching them or really inspiring them. And it really hit home with just such a short sliver of that moment. And that really stuck with me, and I think stuck out.
Yes, Aaron.
What stuck with me this time, and I think it was new from the last time, was the several adults you trusted betrayed you over the course of a few months. And that really struck home for me and like was such a beautiful moment of realization. And even though it came from the therapist, I had that like meta moment of Natalie, the playwright, having that realization while giving it to someone else to give to Natalie, the actress. And I loved like that little meta moment was like, yes, I'm here for that.
Great. Were there any moments where anyone dropped out where you weren't following it, anything like that?
I didn't feel like I dropped out. I felt like it provoked thought, especially about the arts and education and all that. Having been through a system where the teachers took all the leads in the show, believe me, it brought back some nightmares. Let's put it that way.
So Joy, I have a question about that because I find that I think that's very interesting. The moments that you kind of sat back and were reflecting, did the play allow that, or
Yes.
did it keep moving on and you had to catch up later on, or did it give you the room to kind of be with it in that moment?
I felt I had to play a little catch up, but for me personally, that is not unusual because my brain will go off on a tangent, and thank God for rewind on the TV because I will miss the TV.
Okay, that was just I found that very interesting what you that you said that.
Aaron
Todd.
said, I didn't get Dorothy twice, as much I like.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, I love that line.
There you go. That's a good line. I like that. I didn't get Dorothy twice. That's good.
Mhm.
Anything anyone would like to see develop further? Oh, Brendan said it first. Sorry. Anything that anyone would like to see develop further?
Excited about what that dance looks like.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Especially as the set morphs and everything. I think that's really clever and very visual and very theatrical. Dare I say it?
I'd like to say that I also find that interesting because is she a good dancer and do we take off with her, or is she a bad dancer and we're like, oh my God? I mean, I obviously it's based on you and you probably did dance because you have a dancer's body, but I was just thinking there is so many ways to go with this. Was her artistry, was her joy beyond her talent, which sometimes it is with people, right? So that's the thing that when I was thinking she dances her heart out, and I was thinking, okay, I'd like to see what exactly that entails.
That's a terrific point, David. I really like that too, because that can change everything that's going on in the therapy. That's fascinating. However you decide to go with that would really be interesting, and either way would be really cool. Like it very much.
It also plays into that relationship with the teacher too, right? Is the teacher really trying to, just make money off of a kid, or, it plays to the whole play too.
I really like the idea of this. Sorry, this is like a tangent kind of, but I like the idea of the multi-characters of everybody, just because I'm not like not a therapist, like intellect or anything like that, but I feel like there's like this idea in therapy nowadays that like everybody, like you keep reliving patterns of like the same people just in different bodies, and I just thought of that while I was listening.
That's great. I like that very much. Any other and also Natalie, anything, what do you think? Did you get a lot out of that? What did you think? Did that work for you?
It's interesting because I feel like this is like so messy. Like I had a crazy week the last couple of weeks that I've been trying to and I was telling my cast that I feel like I didn't complete normal. I have so many typos and miswords and strange things happening. But it's also like sort of part of the process. So I love hearing what people are getting out of it, and any other comments or thoughts that people have about what they're enjoying or not. It's hard, like this piece, because it's so different from scene to scene. It's really hard to get a full context, and I look forward to the point when I get to do a reading of the whole thing. But just hearing what people resonate with in this section is so powerful, and it's great to hear that you're seeing that she's learning from it as well, which is what I've been really sort of trying to get to. So
I just like to say that I think the utilization of the therapist as like a sounding board, and then have this particular scene that you read today was very, very lyrical, linear. It was easy to follow it, even when those moments were the morphing and the things like that. I really followed it a lot. I was able to keep up with it, understand what was going on, and then get those things that I said earlier. I got that out of it as well, and so I think it's a really good way to go with this therapist. I think it allows Natalie to to discover through the information that she's sharing and the questions of the therapist. I just thought it was really strong.
Awesome. Thank you so much.
And don't forget everyone out there in TV land, on our YouTube, on everything, on Zoom. Don't forget to comment. This really does, it's great we love to hear from our audiences and people that are listening. It's also great for the playwrights. That's why we do this, to get the feedback, to help them develop their work. And that's what we're about. All right, let's move on to our next.
Todd, I think Mandy had just one thing to say.
I'm sorry, Mandy, I didn't know I missed you. Mandy, please.
No, it's okay. If we've got a roll for time, I can always start now.
No, we're good. You've got time.
Oh, I was just gonna say, Nat, that like, you know, you say you felt like it felt unfinished because of typos and stuff, and it felt like pure inspiration. It felt like it came purely out of you. It was concise. You know what I mean? Like, I know you've written a lot of this to get it out and pare it down, but I don't even know you need to do that with this scene, girl. It feels pretty tight. Like, it really does. So I just wanted to comment to that.
Thanks. That means a lot.
Great. No, we are right on time. And thank you. And also the people saying yes to what Mandy said. Terrific. Thank you very much. We are going to move on to our last piece, and certainly not the least piece of the evening. And this is Mixed Messages by our very own Evan Edwards. Evan, of course, I'm going to turn it over to you to introduce everybody. Keep in mind also, let us know if there's anything you would like us to pay any attention to, anything you're looking to hear, the sort of feedback that you're looking for. And on to you, my dear sir.
Thanks, Todd. I'm not looking for anything specific because this is a rewrite, editing, what have you. So I want to make sure it makes sense and easily follow, like most things. So this is towards the beginning of the play, so I have to give you just a little bit of information. And in doing that, I'll also introduce who's playing what. So manipulating mother, played by Joy, has summoned her 3 sons home for reasons unknown to them. Charlie is being played by Hakeem, is the oldest son. He's very religious and married to Bettina, played by Elizabeth, who's constantly cheating on him. Ricky is played by Roy. He's the middle son who has not invited his family to his impending wedding. Josh, played by Brendan, is the youngest son and is a frat dude who everyone thinks is dumb. Beaumont, the family butler who Bettina keeps hitting on, is being played by, you guessed it, David Michael Kirby. And I think that's all you need to know. So actors, if you guys are ready, and Todd.
David Michael Kirby is also reading stage directions.
Oh, yeah. Stage directions by David Michael
Double
Kirby.
duty.
Of course he is.
Very cool. All right, everyone, then here we go. Curtain up.
Mixed Messages by Evan Edwards, Scene 4, the formal dining room. A table is center stage with 6 chairs. Mother is at the head of the table, upstage center. Ricky enters stage right, followed by Josh, who quickly walks in and sits in the stage left seat closest to Mother.
I'm here first, so I win.
Josh, we're not kids anymore. Now get out of my seat.
I was here first.
That's my seat, so move. Mom, make Josh move.
Baby boy, scoot over. You know how Ricky is.
Josh moves down 1 chair. Ricky sits in his chair.
Well, speaking of how people are, why don't you tell us your plan for the weekend?
Dude, we gotta wait for Charlie. He should know too.
My apologies, Mother. Bettina will be along any moment.
Charlie sits on the stage right side between 2 empty seats. Only the place closest to Mother is set for the dinner.
Okay, he's here. We're all here. Now, Mom, tell us why.
Oh, my boys are home for dinner. What more could Mother want? Oh, I think I'm gonna cry.
Oh, yo, Ma, you know I hate it when you get all misty-eyed. Makes me all gushy inside.
Gushy? Is that a word you've learned from USC at Berkeley?
Well, I don't know what a mother wants, but her sons want to know why we're here.
Oh, customer service has really suffered of late.
Hold on, Bettina. You boys have led very comfortable lives. So where are your manners? Gentlemen, rise when a lady, or in Bettina's case, a baronetess, approaches a table.
A what?
A baronetess, a title awarded by the British Crown.
Comes with money, lands, and lots of conditions.
Dude, you married royalty?
Josh stands and bows.
Oh, that's not necessary.
Or correct, she's not the queen.
Yes, but we all know who is.
Boys, follow your baby brother's lead and get to your feet.
They stand. Bettina approaches the nearest seat.
Stop right there, Bettina.
Oh, dear Lord, what now?
All but Mother stand again.
That seat is taken.
Why is every seat in the house reserved?
That's my husband's place.
Oh, I thought they had all passed.
They? I've only married one man.
But your sons look, well, I thought you were married thrice.
Actually, I was married 4 times, all to the same man. Have a seat at the end of the table.
Bettina sits, and then the men sit.
I have to say, I'm quite confused by all this, darling. I knew your father was Sebastian. I assume, thought your mother had multiple spouses.
His mother is right here, and she did not. Charlie, get a place setting for her.
That's Beaumont's job.
I got it, Ma.
Sit down, Josh.
Yeah, I'm perfectly capable. I can just go and
Stick to what you do best. Charlie, do you see Beaumont?
No, ma'am.
Then get to getting.
Yes, ma'am.
Charlie sets a place setting in front of Bettina.
And while he sets the table, why don't you tell us why we're here?
Beaumont?
Really, Mother? You couldn't have done that a moment earlier?
Yes, madam.
Dinner, please. Straight through.
Yes, madam. Beaumont exits stage left. From here on, he provides food and drink as notated, but comes and goes as needed to clear.
Sebastian and I were married when we were 16.
That does not have anything to do with why we're here.
Shh. Let Ma take the wheel.
Thank you, baby boy. I had Charlie the year after we were married. We were far too young to understand marriage or how to be good parents. We tried, but to no avail. So we divorced. There's no sin in divorce, if one has the right reason.
When I was 6 or so, Father took me to live with his mother.
End of story. Can we talk about your agenda now, Mom?
3 years after the divorce,
Yeah, Ma.
Sebastian shows up at my door with little Charlie in tow, begging me to take him back.
Why do you keep saying divorce? Funny.
I love the man with my whole being, so I took him back.
Later in life, I missed my London grandmother terribly, so I went back to attend university where I met you, Bettina.
Charlie, your father and I paid for you to attend Oxford.
And I have thanked you profusely for it.
Honey, how can I say this nicely? You're a mixed race child, born and mostly bred in the suburbs of New Orleans.
As we all are and were, Mother. What tangent are you on now?
She's saying drop the accent. It didn't work for Madonna, and it's not working for you.
Dude, way harsh, but way true.
After Sebastian and I were married again, precious Ricky came into our lives. 3 years or so in, another divorce.
You guys hear it? It's like she said divorce. Funny.
Charlie stayed here.
And Dad took me to Montreal, where I later moved to as an adult. End of that story. Why are we here this weekend?
Sebastian went to Montreal.
Oh, come on.
Because he swore one of his children would honor our ancestors and speak French, the language of love. When you came back, I couldn't understand a word you were saying. Unlike now.
Dude, you speak French? I mean, how come you never spoke to me?
Because you don't.
Oh, yeah, right.
If I ask in French, will you answer? Maman, pourquoi sommes-nous ici?
Technically, that's not French, it's Quebecois.
It is, isn't it? So how does one find true love in Montreal, Ricky, if the language of love is fake?
Technically, it's not fake. In terms of
I'm
linguistics,
snoring, dude.
Joshua, mind your manners.
Yes, ma'am.
At any rate, Sebastian came home again. We reconciled again and remarried again. Before long, Josh was born. Then we divorced again.
And then she said it again. Divorced. So weird.
Charlie and Ricky stayed while baby Josh was whisked off.
to Tonga is a little island kingdom east of Australia, a little bit off the southern coast of slightly, you know.
Joshua Etienne. I knew what was happening. I had wanted to do it myself, so I couldn't fault the man. Sebastian needed to find himself in some cultural traditions for our children.
But Louisiana is rich with culture.
For those of us of mixed parentage, our culture can sometimes exist outside of our homestead.
I never realized.
Do you ever? While Sebastian was globetrotting, I kept the businesses going and the family grounded. But I always waited, saving the seat at my right hand for my husband. And just like he did with Charlie and Ricky, Sebastian came back with adorable little Josh. His journey was over.
Oh, you tell me why I'm here so my journey could be over.
Oh, Kendrick, hush. Sebastian found his love for me and for his sons was all he needed. So we were married for the last time. And from then on, we decided what to celebrate and what values to instill in our beautiful sons together until the day he died. It takes love along with passion, dedication, fortitude, and commitment to occupy that seat.
But with three extremely different looking sons, one could surmise the marriage wasn't as chaste as one proclaims.
Since you look different, you're saying my mother was a hoe?
Kendrick Francois, that color does not look good on you.
Thank you, Mother Duval.
It's Mrs. Boudier to you, dear.
Yo, guys, it's Toad's not that serious. It's just like, you know, the genes, they come in these different alleles. So somatic cells contain 2 alleles in every gene, and then both the parents provide the same allele. The offspring is referred to as homozygous. You know, homo, same, no offense, Ricky.
None taken.
You know, sometimes each parent provides a different allele, making the offspring heterozygous. You know, alleles produce phenotypes and the organism's external resemblance that are, you know, either dominant or recessive, and then masking these in a dominant phenotype hides a recessive phenotype.
Oh, Josh, that recitation was adorable. Bravo.
Yeah.
But what the bloody hell does it mean?
For the love of all that's holy.
It's not that hard to understand, unlike my reason for being here.
Would you care for wine?
Always keep it flowing.
Bettina, you think about it like those Mondo mixed drinks that you love.
Josh takes out his cell.
Oh, I think there's more to his little performance. Now, everyone pay attention. The spotlight is on you, baby boy.
Josh typing and reading as he speaks.
Oh, yeah. Well, to make a drink, you need a mom, you know, she's the mixer, and a dad who's the alcohol. So dad's, you know, dad's genes are like rum. And then there's all this like kinds of mixer. So mom's kind of like a Coca-Cola, okay? So then you go to a bartender, and if you ask them for 3 different types of rum and cokes, you're gonna get 3 different drinks. Why? Because one is a spicy rum and Coke, and then one is a Malibu rum and clear Coca-Cola, and the other one is white rum and Diet Coke. You know, because they all come from the same alcohol dad and the same Coke mother.
I don't like the part about being a Coke mother.
Yeah, sorry, Mom.
An hour ago, you couldn't make a gin and tonic, and now you're a full-on mixologist? I'm not buying it.
Yeah, it's called Google. Even you old people can use it.
Bettina's never been good with anything concerning science.
Which is odd, since she claims to be a botanist.
Perhaps that's why our lawns don't grow.
Dude, that's not why.
How does all of that explain the three of you?
Mom and Dad are both multiracial. Some of the physical qualities of each of the individual races aren't seen in their appearance, but those genes are still there. If they link, they can be seen in later generations. 1, 2, 3. And with that, story time has ended. Mom, why are we here?
I sent an invitation. You do remember how those work, don't you? It's a way to formally ask someone to attend something like a wedding, a party, or a celebration, or a wedding.
Mother stares at Ricky, who holds her gaze for a moment, then looks away.
Ma said wedding, like she said divorce. Do you guys hear this?
Regardless of who's saying what and who looks like what, we are all made in God's image.
God is not a pillow biter, darling.
Hate the sin, not the sinner, Bettina.
Oh, is that a direct quote from God?
It's from his son, our Lord and Savior, Jesus Christ.
So Jesus speaks to you in a bumper stickers. What else did he say? Honk if you like crucifixion.
Or how about nailed it?
Charlie spit takes his wine on Bettina.
Oh, Charles!
Good one, Josh.
Do not insult my religion. I am the moral compass that strives to keep this family on the straight and narrow.
You have those moral standards because of me.
Beaumont, assist me.
I ain't going down that rabbit hole again.
You may not know this, but as a child, Charlie prematurely ended 2 horses, 3 cats, and our best hunting dog.
Dude, you were a psychopath?
Wow. Perfect Charlie isn't so perfect after all.
I have never claimed to be perfect, nor am I a psychopath.
That's because I made him write a 500-word report on every single chapter in the Bible, Old and New Testament.
That simply dissuaded me from experimentation in science.
It put the fear of God in you is what it did. Unfortunately, that reverence has dissolved into cherry picking which things to abide by and which to completely ignore.
Like adultery and divorce?
Ricky, dude, you said it too. Is it catchy? It's like divorce, wedding, divorce, wedding.
He can't worry about those things. He's busy praying for you and your depraved lifestyle.
It's a life, not a lifestyle.
Yeah, Ricky was born that way, dude. Wedding.
We all make choices, and we chose God.
Yeah, but God isn't why you spend most of your time in the garden on your knees.
Divorce.
That's enough. I will not tolerate someone's faith being mocked in my house.
Oh, but it's okay for someone's sexuality to be attacked?
It's a wedding.
Did I stutter? We are done with this entire conversation, but Bettina, you look a fright. Let's say good night and leave the boys alone to have some quality time. Beaumont, see to the gentleman's needs, please.
Of course, madam.
We'll meet for Bloody Marys tomorrow at 12 noon.
She starts to exit.
If only you boys could forget the bad as easily as you do the good.
The men finally stand.
Civilization depends on people being civilized. Bettina.
So in your analogy, am I the Malibu rum and Coca-Cola clear?
Bro, you can be any drink you want.
Well, I'm definitely the spicy rum, dark rum concoction.
Oh, no way. Except for the pet killing, you're totes boring.
Yeah, you're the white rum and Diet Coke.
Agreed, dude. Yeah, dude, you're a total snooze fest.
I am not. I have an attractive wife, 2 adorable children, and am Dean of Religious Studies at a prestigious university.
Oh my God.
I know, right? It's the boringest.
Do you sit in the dormitory and make up words?
I can't believe it.
Well, that's how it happens.
Mom walked out.
How what happens?
And she never said why she summoned us.
Words are made, duh.
Oh, she's not getting off that easy.
You're being ridiculous.
I am not.
R2.
I'm not.
R2.
Perhaps you can carry this stimulating conversation through to the drawing room.
Capital idea, old man.
Is that supposed to be me? I don't sound like that at all.
Pip pip cheerio, governor.
Oh, well, two can play at that game. Dude, bro, let's do some gnarly shots, yo.
Capital idea, old man. Capital idea.
End of excerpt.
Yay! Honk if you like crucifixion. That's my favorite. I want that on a bumper sticker.
Nailed it. Nailed it.
Great job, everybody. So, anything you wanted us to Evan, anything in particular that you wanted us to gain from that? You didn't say nothing really. We'll move on to popcorn. Yeah?
Yeah, just go popcorn.
Popcorn moments. Go, David Michael Kirby.
My favorite popcorn moment, I mean, besides the nailed it spit take moment, is the whole thing regarding Charlie's accent. It didn't work for Madonna. It doesn't work for you. It's like, bro, way harsh, but way true. I laughed out loud when I read that in the script.
Anybody else? Popcorn moments. What stood out, people?
The rum and
Yes.
Coke. So good. Rum and Coke.
That's mine too. Yeah.
So good, Evan. That's just brilliant. It's so good how it beautifully ties up all that stuff in the play. It's yummy.
Joy is a popcorn moment for me, just as mother. I love to see what every time she opens her mouth, I love how it comes out and what she says and the way she dominates those boys.
I'm just playing my mother, honey. It comes natural.
Anything else? What does everyone think? Anyone else? More popcorn moments. Give me one more.
The fact that Josh is, again, supposed to be this kind of dopey guy, and he rattles off this whole zygote and homozygote and heterozygote speech, which is just great because he does it in the way he speaks. And yeah, it was just a really nice piece of character popping out when you don't expect it. I really enjoyed that.
Smartest one of the group. How about, were there any moments where anyone dropped out? Many times when you weren't following it or you weren't sure what was going on?
I had another popcorn moment if I can jump.
Yes, please.
I didn't drop out anywhere, so that's my note. Aside from the whole cast, whom I want to hug you all. I really loved Ricky's, like every time he said, like, why are we here? He said it slightly differently, and like there was a different intention behind each one of those. And so that felt like really, and then like when he's like, she leaves and he finally realizes, wait, she still didn't tell me what was happening. So I really loved that moment.
Great moment. I agree.
Actually, have another popcorn moment. It's the marriage, divorce. Can you guys hear that she's saying it in the same? I love that. And of course, it was Josh again, who's picking up on these signals when you don't expect them to be able to do that. So, yeah, I love that.
Is there anything anyone would like to see develop further, relationship-wise, maybe curious about where something's going, hopeful about something that might happen?
I can't wait for everybody to see the whole play because then they'll see those moments. I love all the boys as the sons. They're so different, but they're so connected. It's perfect.
Yeah, there's a real sibling feeling about those three.
Yes.
It's just delightful to watch them banter like real siblings.
Anyone else?
Just thinking about this scene alone, even though I know so many of the others, I'm really curious about Bettina in this one, right? Because she is kind of the tool of the scene to be able to get the information out. And I know you need her to do that, but I was curious for more Bettina and nuggets this time around. You know what I mean? And obviously the Beaumont stuff, but we know that's there. I love it.
Great. Well, very good, everyone. The pieces were phenomenal. Kudos, congrats to everybody, all the actors, all the playwrights, really lovely stuff. Everyone at home and everyone who's watching, please remember, we love your feedback. If you would love to be part of this, don't forget, there are links in the Zoom, in the YouTube for your comments. If you'd like to submit, if you'd like to be considered as an actor, more importantly, if you would like to donate, we love that. We are, again, a 501c3. We're non-for-profit. I'm going to put it out there. This new thing we're exploring with the filming of this might be more than we were expecting. So please donate generously, because and it's really a nice way, and we might really find we really like that. We might even do it more often if it comes off well. It's an interesting concept. I think it's great because it preserves our work. I also want to just, is it okay if I'll do the upcoming events, David? Is that good?
Yeah.
All right, I was going to let everybody know, Friday Night Footlights, May 14th, mark your calendars. We are doing The Man Who Came to Dinner by Kaufman and Hart. Hopefully everyone knows this. It's a hysterical play, really, really fun, wonderful characterizations, and it should be a real blast.
And where can they tune in for that, Todd?
You can tune into that. I don't even know, David. Is that going to be on the new Ambassador?
On our YouTube channel, which if you are on YouTube now, you tune in here. It's at 7:05 p.m. on Friday, May 14th, which is next Friday.
A YouTube live event.
Yes.
Curated and directed by David Michael Kirby, who right now is Greg Brady, if you're on my screen.
And you'll see lots of familiar faces, and I'm sure everyone will love it. Blurring Boundaries, there is still an open submission through May 14th. So please, if you have some plays, David, go into the kind of what we're looking for.
So Blurring Boundaries was our very first festival. We did it at the Crane Theater in 2019. It was the thing that propelled us to do more short play festivals, because again, we are a theater company that is focused on play development, new works. Blurring Boundaries this year is a collection of plays that aim to push past ephemeral norms and explore the true nature of our social contract through amplifying LGBTQ plus stories, marginalized voices, and unexpected relationships. Again, if you go on our website, all the information is there, what the parameters are. It's going to be a blind submission. We need to get it by midnight on May 14th. And then we have a group of, I guess it's a reading committee who's going to read through them. We're going to vote on them and choose the ones that are going to be used in the festival. So go to our website, www. I was going to say Martin Patrick Evan because I've been at work all day. New Ambassadors Theater with an RE.com and find out all the information. I know on the YouTube side, we have some new writers who are paying attention and watching the lab tonight. Here's another opportunity to submit your work and maybe get involved with the theater company. And some of the people on this Zoom screen have already submitted, and some of us are waiting to the last minute, but we'll get it done.
Also,
go ahead, Todd.
Yes, I'm just going to add, this pretty much wraps it up, but also tell your friends, tell everybody about us. Please share links. Let people know who we are, where we are. We love audience members because we are self-involved actors.
Okay, but it doesn't wrap it up yet. Sorry,
we
Todd.
love the attention. Sorry?
The next lab is Friday,
Yes.
May 21st. It's
Yes.
hosted by Miley Binion, who is also a company member and on the executive board. The playwrights include myself, John Pena Griswold, which probably include Alex Harris and Jennifer Downs because they're writing a piece together, and
Yes.
Maura Kelly, who's been working on a piece with us for a while. The acting doodle link, Ben, you're really good at this. Ben already got the acting doodle linked up. So if you feel like you want to be considered to act, please click on the doodle and fill out the doodle, and we will see if there's a role for you. I'm sorry, Todd. I didn't mean to.
No.
Now we're
Absolutely.
wrapped up.
Yes, I think that wraps it up. So let's, again, spread the word, tell your friends, tell your family, have people tune in. Please go to our website. Please follow us. Please click the link and follow us on YouTube. So then you'll get anything that we are about to do. Thank you to all the actors, all the playwrights. Thank you to my fellow board members. And thank you especially to you, our audience, for listening in and participating. We love you all. Everyone have a great evening.
And I just got an electric alert kiss from Mandy Murphy.
Very nice.
She doodled it up already.
Electric kisses to everyone.
All right. We are going to say goodnight. Thank you, everyone. Thank you, Todd, for doing such a great job. Thank you, Ben, for being on the ball on Zoom. And thank you, Mally, who is not only our YouTube chat person, she is also our company stage manager, and she will be getting involved in the production of Blurring Boundaries. That'll be her first with us as we move forward. So have a good night, everyone. Stay well, get vaccinated. Let's make it through this so that in October, for October Fear Fest, we are in the WET Theater and we have people sitting watching us. All right. Have a good night, everyone.
Good night.